Did you
Yeah.
do all right?
Yes. Yeah, I did pretty well. Very very tired though. At the end of the week, but did pretty well.
Okay. All right. Hey, Aaron, can you record this? Okay, excellent.
Well,
All right, Chris. So this is good. So,
is my
well, we
video
didn't really
is
go
my
ahead.
video is my video on or is it just audio?
No, it's just the audio.
Okay, I could do video. Hold on. I don't know if I can switch to it now. Anyway, it's we don't need it, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So we didn't really get a chance to do the torch table plan, but I was thinking, so we're gonna have a guy who's gonna help out on electronics, and we're thinking that there would be a good team. Um, a guy who's actually building an open source stepper controller. There's Yunso here who's going to work out the code toolpath, and you and me on other aspects. Maybe like I don't know if you could do the CAD for that because we'd like to start with a good CAD documentation of that. We've got just a little bit. Well, we have the physical machine gantry here, and we have to still build a table for it, for which we have just a 2D drawing. But maybe you could start by taking that on as CADing it up. Would you be interested in doing that?
Yeah, I did absolutely. I had a couple questions about the CAD work, but yeah, absolutely.
Go
Like
ahead. What are your questions on the CAD work?
yeah, so I did some more exploring on the wiki and found the found a lot of the resources about the different CAD stuff, and I did some research on my own. It sounds like G code and STEP are going to be like the main languages we use. G code, I guess, would be for 2D type things, and then STEP would be more for 3D type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see a list of all open source CAD programs. So I've been experimenting with FreeCAD, and I could, I mean, um,
Can you generate 2D fab drawings from it? Because that's a critical part.
I'll be able to. I haven't completely familiarized myself with FreeCAD, but I will be able to. Would that be I mean, would that the other thing is I did see the old RepLab site for the torch table,
Yeah.
and it looks like it has all the dimensions there. Pretty much every.
Okay. Only thing is that that's the old one. The new one has not been shown much. There was just a little quick video on YouTube. But we're migrating from that design to the next one, which
Okay.
is actually much more simple to fabricate. The table could be similar, but the overall gantry concept is way different, and it's really advanced since then. So uh, you can't really find it on the internet yet.
Okay, so the cat I would be doing on site.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. Yeah, we're thinking since we know you've got the skills of the CAD, we really need the CAD. Like, we'd like to get a 3D exploded part diagram for it, 2D fab drawings. If we can start with that, so basically, as we build the table out, we can encourage others to to watch the progress, and as soon as we see that it works, people can start replicating. Because I think it's a pretty good design at this point, and we got a document anyway, so people can review it and all that. And that'll be a great entry point to your participation here. So are you comfortable like doing like initially? I would say like 6 hours of CAD in a day, like until we get that done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I did want to. Yeah, absolutely. See, that's fine with me.
Okay.
I would like actually spend a day or two doing like just kind of exploring the farm too. But yeah,
Yeah.
once everything's kind of settled, I'll do. Yeah, I can do all CAD for a day, and then next day maybe mix it up and then go back to the CAD or something. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, just kind of get the CAD done, prioritize the CAD, the all the design, the modeling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you say innovation, I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, animation. Yeah, I this thing with CATIA I can do that kind of stuff. I can do kind of moving parts. I don't know if that's really practical. It's more kind of just aesthetic, but I can do that. Um, I haven't done that with. Oh yes, I have actually. I've done that with CATIA. This thing,
Yeah, Chris, I mean, you're right. It's just aesthetics, but if we're documenting and say we can show a nice video of the parts being exploded, a nice little instructional showing how it goes together, that would actually be quite useful for our purposes. Because it's also, I mean, it's also some about appearance too. I mean, we're going to have the solid CAD underneath that, but the presentation it's important to get that attractive as well. So we certainly wouldn't mind having that. Mm-hmm.
Now, the only thing is CATIA is not free and it's also not open source.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. And right now, our policy here is to use whatever tools are available without handicapping ourselves until the point we can develop our own.
Oh.
We're actively trying to develop our own, and I don't know if you maybe like in your spare time actually could be looking at defining the standards or I mean, the thing that we could really use is collaborating with a project like FreeCAD, assessing their needs and potentially finding people to help the project, or us actually potentially even funding dedicated developers to do that kind of work. I mean, we're open to that kind of stuff because the OpenCAD solution is a real problem for everybody. I mean, I think that could be actually a thing that Aaron, we could look for funding for, some significant funding, because that's a big problem, you know. And I'm sure there's, yeah, go ahead. Yep. That'll be great. Chris, are you any good in organizing people? Like, is that something you'd be interested, or not really?
It's not a strength, but I don't mind it. I could probably, you know, do a lot of stuff like online with that, but it's not a particular strength of mine.
Yeah. All right. Because other than that, we do have so Gabrielle, our farm director, she will be here middle of next month. So there will be agriculture activities and a little bit of construction, like we're still finishing stuccoing on the house. So you can do a little bit of that, like maybe an hour or two, as you know, as needed, and then workshop activity, either organizing or actually getting into the builds. But we're going to focus a lot on a CEB press. But the torch table is essential because we're going to use that to cut out some parts of the CEB press. So that we'll basically have a team on a CEB press, torch table, CNC circuit mill, ironworker machine, definitely at that same time. So it'll be a pretty collaborative environment. We're all kind of feeding off each other's work and racing to get our machines so that the fabrication can be more effective. You know.
Right. Yeah. And I did read a lot about that. How the kind of one of the goals, sounds awesome, is to be able to kind of produce these CEB presses on the site and sell them out. And it looks like most of the parts for the CEB press are two-dimensional, so they could mostly be cut on the torch table.
Yeah, a lot of them are. The frame is three-dimensional as an U-channel. There's a bunch of tubing and U-channel and angle, but yeah, a lot of it, we're going to see how far. We're going to basically evaluate. We considered cutting the U-channel actually on the torch table, even though you can't, unless you go really slow, you can't really cut through the 3-inch web part, the 3-inch part. But yeah, you can if you go slow. And possibly a really challenging optimization question would be to optimize the code so you are even cutting through the complete 3-inch part of the channel. Because if you lay it flat, you have the web part, which is 1/2 inch about, but then you'd be cutting through those 3-inch, like from that particular angle, it's 3 inches of cutting. So, but that's another thing we can explore. How practical is it to cut it all out on a torch table as well? So, and definitely the hopper, that's just two-dimensional sheet metal. So there will be parts that totally lend itself to it. But yeah, it's an important part. And then we have this guy coming forth with the open source stepper controller, which is going to be awesome, which we're also going to use in our CNC circuit mill. So we're looking at, kind of doing a highly modular, repeating parts kind of a system. Yep.
Okay.
Well, that looks good. So and then there's workshop work. And how much would you be interested in really, like, what level of interest do you have in the fabrication skills like torch, weld, drill, maybe machining? Because we're going to offer, like, right now we're talking about a 40-hour hands-on course. Really, like 30-hour we were thinking, and then 10 hours of CAD. But to really train the people on site to be very competent in these tasks so they can totally participate in a production run. How much are you interested in that?
10 out of 10. I'd say I'm interested in three things there. One is the CAD work. Two is the fabrication and machining. And also, I find it kind of interesting, like the whole farm and how it works, and just general maintenance around the farm. I wouldn't mind doing that, on like Saturday or whatever.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
me.
Well, seems awesome. So when are you available?
So I'm available. I mean, pretty much now. Not right now, but I could come over there next week or sooner or later.
Wow. Well, that would be.
Yeah, how would that work?
Yeah. I mean, next week would be great because I mean, right now we're still organizing a workshop and things like that, but there's plenty of things to do right now, and we can get you right on a CAD on a torch table as a very important part. And then there's that sawmill that if you ever run out of things to do, the sawmill needs to be CADed up and things like that. So things like that. What are your thoughts on because for the sawmill and other things, we've considered the 3D scanning route to get some parts. Are you have you looked into that at all?
3D scanning. I did see images of that, the 3D scanner. I'm aware of all the awesome, amazing work that's going on with 3D scanning and printing right now, especially for like I guess I don't know what they use, like polymers and plastics, but I haven't delved too much into that part of the wiki. But it looks awesome. It looks really interesting.
Yeah, we might want to explore that, but I mean, I think you'll have plenty to do. Maybe don't want to distract you on that too. Maybe save that for somebody else.
Would that be kind of next in line on the product ecology kind of system?
Well, next in line. So right now I would say the first is the CEB press, torch table, tractor, power cube. The 3D scan is important, but we don't really know how. It's kind of a risky thing because we don't know what exactly is the limit of its application. It will be useful, but it basically would require somebody's time, basically a person to kind of take over that, unless someone pick it up pretty quickly. I'm sure there's going to be some development time and just kind of getting used to it, maybe finding out it's not really as useful as we think or something, but it is one of the technologies in the set, so
I think that would be extremely useful, especially when we start getting into like circuit board milling and all that. But how is like power on the site? Because some of the tools look really power intensive, like the induction furnace. That looks pretty power intensive.
Well, we don't have an induction furnace yet, so we don't have to worry about that. But what we do have to worry about is welders that take about 8 kilowatts. We just have a 10 kilowatt inverter that's just coming in, which we run off a big battery bank, which we trickle charge with a small charger that we're aiming to convert as soon as we can to a modern steam engine, which we have the parts for here, and we would invite a professional machinist to help us finish that thing as soon as we can. But the power infrastructure.
You'd be wood burning to make the steam.
Yeah, pelletized biomass burner, heat exchanger, and trickle charging the battery bank. But other than that, we actually have a 20 kilowatt power takeoff generator, which we can run off a power cube. So there's that, and we're also getting this other self-powered welder as a backup power source as well. So we're decent on power. I mean, we'll be at a place where we can basically run 2 welders at a time off the inverter, pretty much. So
that's awesome.
We'll see how it all works out. But yeah, we're still shaking all that down. It's in development.
Right. No, I'm just that's why I'm just I don't want to spend too much time, but I'm pretty anxious to see how it's all working, because I want to get a feel for like where the bottlenecks are in the beginning of the process. I think it's revolutionary what's going on right now.
Yeah. I mean, basically producing an off-grid fabrication facility like that, that's state of the art. That I think is revolutionary, but it takes a lot of work. Like, okay, so there's the modern steam engine, but okay, we haven't even built the prototype yet. We're going to get the first one built, but then after that you got to shake down the burner and a heat exchanger, which we don't have in place yet, so that's going to be time. So it's all going to take time, but the definite thing is that we want to get the effective production of the compressed earth brick press, which we've shown, and then evolve the tractor to a really good one to improve just
Right.
Like even like on a tractor, the loader arms, we should optimize them for their reach and geometry, things like that. There's plenty of things to do. Like actually, that would be a very good CAD task to model it
Okay.
with geometry, because right now we're
The,
still
the
using the
load,
geometry from last year.
so
Huh?
when you're loading the CEB press with the tractor,
Yeah.
when you're using the tractor, okay. So the loader arms get to get into the absolutely. Can kind of
Well, the thing
actually
is,
you can put both the models into the same
yeah,
assembly, and then you could see them like physically
totally.
next to each other.
Exactly, and that's where that kind of modeling would be useful to show people. There's essentially the question of geometry, where what cylinders do you use to get the best height, and what's the geometry of the loader arms to get the best height
Yeah.
height reach, because height is the most important, I guess, on a loader. Like for us, the height is an important issue.
Right.
So while you minimize material use and minimize the cylinder size, just maximize the reach of the loader arms. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Things like that. So so Gabrielle, who's our farm director, will be arriving June 15th, so we can take off on that a little more. We got some sweet potatoes being planted and a few tomato plants. We've got a whole orchard that needs to be maintained and like mulched and mowed around and things like that. So there's plenty of different tasks, and I hope that you don't get overwhelmed by it all, because it's a pretty wild place. It's we're starting up. We just built the house, which should be pretty comfortable for us to live in and all that. Also, we're off grid, so we're power conserving. So we know things like you can't play your laptop music. You have to use an MP3 player, which is super low energy. Little things like that. Don't leave things on and things like that. Yeah.
Definitely. I did have a couple questions about my visit. Like I noticed on the site, you said steel toe boots. I have a pair of real heavy boots, but they're not steel toe. Would that be a problem?
Can you get any steel-toed ones?
I can get steel toe. Yeah.
It would be good, because that could save you if a heavy object lands on your foot. We actually had one guy injured, break a little toe.
Oh,
something landed on, and that's where we started being more strict about it.
Yeah.
It's just a good practice if you can afford it. It's definitely worth it.
No problem. And then was also looking at is air travel an option? Has anyone came there by plane? It is?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an option to come to Kansas City International. At this point, actually, if you're coming next week, it would be useful if you brought your car, because we just got this one work truck, and that's all we drive around. And so right now, it would be useful to have a second car. Would you be able to do that, or?
Yeah, sure. It's not very rugged. It's more of a city car, but yeah.
Yeah, and no, just to go to the store and things like that. Just simple trips. Yeah,
it's 4-cylinder, so it's pretty good on gas too.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the concept of review, and of course, getting the other people involved is awesome. And that's just a question of having the energy to do that work. But it's a good idea.
Yeah. Also, I think that's a great idea. And if that's kind of the reason why I'm a little iffy about using CATIA, because although CATIA is a great program, it's a little expensive, and not everybody's going to have it. So it might be better to use FreeCAD. Then I can load the files onto the wiki every night, and then everybody on the wiki, everybody in the world can look at them and comment. I think that's a pretty good source of review.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true. Like, does CATIA export into other formats people can use?
Great question. I will check into that. I know they can. I'm sure they can handle STEP, which I think probably would be the best file type.
Yeah, STEP. However, the STEP is a dumb solid, right? It doesn't have the parameters on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have to have a dynamic file and then a step file or something.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me this: how feasible is it? Well, I don't know. I think it's we probably prefer that you just use CATIA for those functions like the exploded part diagrams and little animations. But would it be possible? I mean, that's probably going to be like twice as much work to put it into FreeCAD too, unless you can export from CATIA into FreeCAD in some way.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna have to do a little more testing. I'm sure we'll figure something out. There's so many options out there, and it's not just like I was looking. In addition to FreeCAD, there's also a lot of other CAD programs, but FreeCAD
yeah,
definitely seems the most developed. They have a nice look and feel going to it. So
yeah. I mean, even if it's like, imagine this: what if we could put it into FreeCAD, and if FreeCAD doesn't have the exploded part diagrams, is there anything that does have that
right,
part plus the 2D fab drawings? I think 2D fab drawings are coming along in FreeCAD, but I haven't seen much about the
yeah,
exploded
yeah,
part diagrams yet.
absolutely, yeah.
You
So
know,
yeah,
we'll see.
I would be all for Aaron. I'd be all for getting the ultimate CAD team going. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I might
Yeah.
even be able to bounce the idea off a couple of professors. I know a lot of a lot of them were previously civil engineers, and I bet they would find the stuff really interesting. Also, I don't know how much time they have, but that'd be
Yeah.
nice. And also a couple. I did show a couple of my classmates that they're kind of interested, but a lot of them are already set up with like summer jobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they might be able to do some CAD work on the weekends. Not on site though. They have to be over the web.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that could be farmed out effectively, that's totally fine. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you have any other questions regarding us? Any
Um,
comments or questions?
Actually, yeah. Have you guys done like in the past stipends?
Um. Yeah, we started that a little bit. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just thinking like just for like transportation and I have a couple college loans, but nothing too serious.
Uh-huh. So what kind of stipend were you thinking about? Are you saying like to cover gas if you're going to the site, or talking once you're on site, or like
But,
what kind of things
yeah,
are you
yeah. I
saying?
mean the gas round trip. I mean that's a
Hmm.
like, I think $400 or something, like 200 each way. I'm coming
Okay.
from just 40 minutes north of Manhattan, so
Okay.
it looked like it was like 16 hours or something on or more on Google Maps. So I
Mm-hmm.
just I just did like a little arithmetic for the miles per gallon and stuff. I get about 28 miles per gallon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Sure. So that. Yes, I would.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So so next step is to drop an agreement. Um, let's see. So right now, as it stands, do you want us to consider covering your transportation to and from the site?
Uh, yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, we can consider that. And so the duration. Let's see. So we need to, as we draw up the contract, we need a few other details as far as the duration. So you'd be basically from next week. What time would you be more specifically? Like
Well, next. I mean, if I left on, I did want to get a couple things. I did make like a little bit of a checklist for myself of things I'm gonna
yeah.
need. I was thinking actually of getting a small. Dig- I think I have a digital camera around here somewhere. I just have to find it. But make a couple purchases so I have stuff to bring there.
Hmm.
I think I'm.
Do you have a smartphone
But
you
if
can
I
take?
but if I could probably do most of the shopping earlier in the week. So if I say I left like if I left on Wednesday, I'd probably be there Thursday night. Right.
Okay.
I think it's gonna take. It might. I don't know. It said 16, 20 hours. I don't want to do it all in one straight shot. I want to take a break or two here and there. But
Yeah.
probably more
Yeah.
specifically. I mean, we could probably say if we wanted to agree on. I don't know. Do you want to agree on a specific date, and then I can work around that?
Yeah. So like, if you want to just say Thursday night or something, or is that?
Yeah, that sounds fine. Thursday
Hmm.
nights. That means I'll probably leave here Wednesday morning.
Okay. So Thursday night, and then let's see. And then as far as how long would you be staying then? Till what's the date now?
Well, I have I have 3 months of vacation, but normally we do like a family vacation in July, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I would say definitely for the first 30-day block, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe take a break and then come back for another 30-day block,
Okay.
or maybe do 3 30-day blocks. Right after like back to back, and do like
Mm-hmm.
a 90-day stay.
Okay.
Something
Um,
that's roughly what I was thinking.
do you can you do so? Can you do the 90 days and then just take off for your family item in
Well,
July?
well,
So,
if I did the 90 days, that would bring us to September. So that would be the whole summer. That would be yeah. I could do that. I'm not sure if I'm ready to sign up for that now. I would be
okay.
able to. I would like definitely sign up for the first 30 days.
Okay.
I have a
So.
feeling I'm gonna love it once I'm there. I'm probably not gonna want to leave, but
Mm-hmm.
um, might be better just to commit to the first 30
Okay.
and then leave the other two as options, as probable options.
Okay. Okay. So we'll focus on the torch table work at that point, and the other activities we talked about. As far as the CAD, the torch table, that's pretty important. Uh huh. Okay, so we're gonna write it up. So basically from May 24 to June 24 at this point, or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Let me see, 24. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It doesn't have to be exactly 30. It could be
Like how about till June 30? Yeah.
June 30.
So basically to the end of the next month.
How about 24, 5, 6, 8. You know what? I could probably try and get there by the instead of getting there on the 24th, I could maybe get there on Wednesday the 23rd, um, and then have it from Wednesday to like June 20. You want to just do June 24 to June 24? I mean, what is it? May 24 to June 24?
Let's see, May 24. Uh huh. Let's see. May 24, which is the Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sounds good.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
I do. Do you? So what do you think I should bring? I know it's pretty much already self sufficient over there, but is there anything I might forget that I probably should bring or?
So, work gloves,
Okay.
eyewear, eye protection, and
I have a. Oh yeah, see that's it. Yeah, goggles. I can bring. I can get some goggles. Um, or just safety glasses, but.
safety
I
glasses.
was just gonna bring like a couple extra memory cards for cell phone and like
Yes.
general stuff. It's like a sleeping bag.
Yeah. Let's see. We're starting to get some mattresses and things, but yeah, sleeping bag would probably be useful as
Okay,
well.
yeah. All right, cool.
Let's
Also,
see.
yeah, it's all boots. I normally have like a bandana in my back pocket, so I could just throw that over if it gets dusty. Okay. Okay, cool. I know. Yeah, yeah. I normally don't let that stop me from doing safe things. Thank you. And yeah, it's good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The cat questions. Oh, and I just have one more question. Like, what if I do have more comments and questions? Should I be using um, like the comments on the comment section on the blog or the discussion pages on the wiki, or should I
No,
just
just no. Email us.
okay,
Email me or Aaron. Uh-huh.
okay? Have you is the is OSC still using the Open Pario database?
Yeah, we are still using that for our official repository until we get anything
Okay.
better. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Yeah, no, because I saw like tractor 3, tractor 4, and stuff
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. Actually, Tractor 4 there, yeah. If you go to the Civilization Starter Kit DVD on the front page of the wiki, you get the link to the link to the latest cat is in the document, right? Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Oh, download the PDF.
Yeah, it will be there's an online version which has Aaron, does the PDF have actual links to the files? Table of contents.
Okay. Tractor scaling calculations and CAE analysis in the appendix.
Well, we don't. Yeah, we don't have that yet.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I don't know if
It's probably blank.
uh, it's
Scaling analysis is there, but the CAE analysis. Oh yeah, CAE analysis. There's just a little bit on it, not much.
okay. But anyway, I'm gonna have to be like just going up there with the ruler and maybe like a caliper or a micrometer just to. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how specific we'll have to get for most of the parts, but maybe for some parts we'll have to get pretty precise. But I think I'm just gonna have to go up to it with a ruler and a notepad, and then
Yeah,
and go back to the laptop for drafting.
yeah, but yeah, start on a. Let's start on a on a torch table as the main thing, so I can get you going on that when you arrive. Yep,
Awesome.
yep.
How's the weather been over there?
It's been pretty nice actually. I mean, it's like 80s lately, maybe 90. No, it's
Awesome.
been 80s pretty much, and cool nights. It was like really pleasant right now actually. Mm-hmm. It'd be good if it stayed that way.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions or things that I should do before
Let's
I?
see. Oh yeah, so I actually wanna get like, do you have 3 references or is that in your resume or anything like that? Let's
Yes.
see.
Like professors and uh, family. Um, mostly just professors and family off the top of my head. But I can throw down 3 or 4 names and numbers for you. What's better,
Yeah.
phone numbers or emails?
Yeah, numbers. Yeah, try numbers and emails. But we're
What,
gonna try to call the people.
I'm
You know,
gonna email those to you just because I don't want to put their phone numbers on the wiki.
yeah.
Cool.
Yep. That sounds good. And then we'll draft the contract up for you, and we'll each sign it. That'll be good. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, Chris. That
well,
sounds good. So, anything else?
No, not. I can't think of anything yet.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, how about you? I think that looks good. All right, Chris. Well, thanks so much. So we'll be in touch then, and look forward to having you here. Mm-hmm.
All right. Looking forward to meeting you guys.
Okay. Thanks a lot.